Welcome to Spotlight Gulf Coast, a weekly showcase of people and events across South Mississippi. Spotlight Gulf Coast is partnered with William Carey University and sponsored by the IP Casino Resort and Spa, the Trenchard Scholarship Fund, and the Butch Ostelet Foundation.
Hi, I'm Samantha Bignell with Keesler Federal Credit Union, and I'm your host today for Spotlight Gulf Coast. We wanted to thank our sponsors for allowing us to continue to come into your living rooms every weekend to give you a little bit of insight on what's going on in the community. Today I have two great guests with us today to tell us a little bit more about what's happening in Biloxi over Christmas break. How are y'all?
Good, thank you for having us.
Can you go ahead and introduce yourself and kind of just tell me a little bit more about what you do and what y'all have going on?
Sure. I'm Nicole Nazat. I'm the owner and broker of Fidelis Realty here in Biloxi. Actually, we work the whole Gulf Coast.
And I'm Joel Davis. I'm with Neil Schaefer Engineering.
Well, thank y'all. And tell me a little bit more about Christmas on the Avenue. I think this is the first year we're having it, and I'm kind of really excited about it.
We're actually really excited too. So together with several other local businesses, we've decided to start this great, hopefully new family tradition that will grow every year. It is going to be a state-of-the-art light show. We've got stages with live music, street vendors, Santa's going to be there, and the best part of it all, we're actually going to have snow. So we're really excited about it.
And when is it going to be?
So we're looking at December 18th, 19th, and 20th. And all 3 days we've got a lot of things planned. December 18th is going to be more for decorating the trees, for the sponsors to come in, for the families to come in, and just kind of do a traditional decorating of the trees. And they'll be lined along Howard Avenue from Lemieux Street to Raynor Street. We've got a lot of stuff happening there. And then Friday night is kind of the big night for, we've got a parade, we've got the the grand lighting event where the mayor's going to flip a switch and light the avenue up, and we've got all different kind of things planned throughout Howard Avenue, from live music, like she said, and entertainment all over the district. So, and let's see what else we got here. I got to look because we got a lot of things going on, right? We've got a giant igloo that's coming in, and it's going to have
huge igloo. Yeah.
LED lights all around it where our sponsors are going to be displayed.
And actually on the 18th, Serenity Now is actually going to do, they're calling it Flex and Frost. And it's a Pilates night that you'll actually get to do Pilates in the igloo.
Oh, wow.
So she's selling tickets online. I don't think there's a whole lot left,
That's my
but
kind
it's
of
going to be
Pilates.
really fun. Yeah.
I'm not a hot Pilates girl. I like it cold.
The igloo is something new for this area too. I mean, it's huge. It holds like 100 people. It's this
wow.
big LED igloo. I think it's going to get a lot of attention. It'll be a great place to take family pictures too.
Yeah, and that's on Friday. And again, we got the parade, we've got stilt walkers, we've got live entertainment throughout. We've got several businesses there that are going to be hosting different events, for people to come and check out. We're trying to encourage people to shop downtown Biloxi. That's the whole goal. And then December 20th is a little bit different. We have an event at the Igloo again, if you can speak on that a little bit. What the Humane Society?
Well, the 20th, the Humane Society from 10 to 2 is actually going to have an Adopt a Pet where they're taking donations, obviously pet food, toys, anything like that. So they're going to be there from 10 to 2 inside the igloo. So you can bring your kids, come play with the pets. They're giving away free puppy snuggles, she said. So that's going to be a lot of fun. And then that evening, we're having a Santa crawl throughout the street. So Ultra Reality is going to have live music. They're having an ugly sweater party. Blues Club is having a Christmas cabaret, which is going to be really fun. And then end your evening at the Mermaid Dive Bar. She's having a sexy Santa party in there. So there's going to be things all up and down Howard. Come and support the businesses. They're all excited about this event, and it's really going to be a lot of fun.
So that's a lot of Christmas trees. What are you planning to do with those Christmas trees after they get decorated?
They are all going to homes. So right now the Women's Resource Center has been extremely helpful finding families that need trees. We still have some more, so if anybody's needing a tree, they can reach out to us. But we're going to donate them on Sunday so that people can have a tree for Christmas.
I love that, and especially because Christmas trees are not cheap, and decorating them are not cheap, and allowing the community to have a part in doing that and then giving back.
Yes.
I mean, I guess that's kind of what this is. I mean, Christmas on the Avenue is a way for the businesses to give back to the community and the community to come in and see the businesses and help each other grow, right?
Yes, it's going to be fun.
So are there any sponsors that are major sponsors that we wanted to give a shout out to?
There are quite a few sponsors, actually. This event has grown considerably from when we started, and we have a lot of sponsors to thank. And starting with the Biloxi casinos, we have 7 of the 8 casinos have stepped up and helped out. They've grabbed the title sponsor. We have City of Biloxi has, again, been extremely helpful. Harrison County Board of Supervisors, all of them have blessed us and supported us. And then Nicole's business, Fidelis. I mean, there's a lot of different ones out there. Scott Delano has been a huge help.
Memorial Hospital,
Yeah.
Scarlet Pearl, Coca-Cola, we had FEB Distributing. We've had a great outpouring of support from these businesses. So,
So it sounds
it's
like
been
all
great.
of them are really kind of trying to get involved and revitalize,
Yeah.
revitalize the area and get it going up again.
Yeah,
Yes.
this is going to be a really large event. So everybody sees all these events everywhere on social media, and it's lighting up our feed. And so now we're going to bring it to Biloxi. So hopefully this is going to be a big event that grows every year.
I hope so. I know that we're excited to be a part of it
Yeah.
and decorate a tree.
Yes.
My coworker Brittany and I are going to be doing that, and
great.
we are. We're excited. She's the brains behind that. I'm just the assistants, but I do know that I'll be coming down there so I can bring some dog food and stuff. My dogs are
that'd be great.
rescues,
Great.
so we try to bring stuff whenever we can for the shelter and the Humane Society. But I think I'm really excited about the photo
Yeah.
ops for families and
Yes.
people being able
Yeah.
to bring their kids down there. And I know that there's a stretch between when school gets out and Christmas where people are looking for something to do, especially with
Right.
little kids.
Yeah.
And we feel like this weekend will actually be great too. It's right before Christmas, so kids are just getting out of school. You got family coming in from out of town. So we think this will be a great family tradition that people can start and enjoy. The parade is going to be fun. It's not going to be floats. It's golf cart, bike, or walk. The Skateboard Association has gotten involved, so there's going to be skaters. We have bicyclists, and they're going to be lighting up their bikes, and then you can decorate your golf cart. So to me, it's going to be a really fun event for people to be involved in.
I do
Yeah,
love that.
and the parade is going to be a short route. It's going to be from Main Street to Raynor Street, and compact, but with a lot of people in it. So it's going
And
to be
then you
pretty
can come
cool.
back and party on the street.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
the whole plan.
And what time is the parade going to be?
6 o'clock.
So
on
it'll be
Friday.
nice and it'll be dark so they can have their
Yes.
lights on.
Yeah, because whenever the mayor plugs in, all the trees are going to light up, all the buildings are going to light up. It's going to be one big street of lights, and then it'll snow, and it's going to be fun.
Yes, snow on the avenue. How new is that?
Oh,
I
I'm
don't
very
think
excited about
anybody's
that.
done that. Yeah.
So we'll have to make sure that everybody comes down so they can experience the snow, take their pictures, and
That's
make
right.
sure that they tag the event that they
Yes.
post on social media.
And buy T-shirts.
Yes.
Yes,
we
we do
did
have
a
T-shirt.
T-shirt program with. Thank you to Marcus Boudreau, who's the superintendent of schools for Biloxi. He got all his high school students together to draw up a bunch of pictures and a bunch of artwork, and we voted on it at Ground Zero, and we selected it, put it on a T-shirt, and T-shirts are for sale. We'd love to sell them.
Yeah.
And it's a really cool design. So y'all go check that out too.
Well, I am excited. I will definitely get my T-shirt, and I will see y'all down there that weekend. And we'll have some more information up so that people can check into it, and they can always find the event on Facebook as well,
Correct.
too.
Yes.
Yes.
Well,
Thank
thank y'all
you.
so much for being with me today.
Thank you
Thank
for
you.
having us.
And thank you for sitting with us. And don't go far because we've got a very special guest in a couple of minutes that will be coming on. Thank you. Welcome back to Spotlight Gulf Coast. I'm your host, Samantha Bignell with Keesler Federal Credit Union, and I have with me Kayla Henderson with Wild at Heart Rescue.
Hello.
Thank you for coming on today.
Thank you for having me.
So tell me a little bit more about Wild at Heart Rescue and what they do here on the Gulf Coast.
So Wild at Heart Rescue, what we do is we will take in hurt, sick, or severely injured wildlife, and native wildlife being native rats, possums, squirrels, raccoons, turtles, falcons, owls, even bald eagles we'll take. But anything that is native to the woods or to the water, we take in and we make sure that they get the correct help that they need. And if they are able to be released, we will happily release them. And if they can't, unfortunately, we have to take them in and keep them with us permanently, which I did bring a little friend with us that unfortunately cannot be released. So if you want to see him, I can introduce him to you.
I would love to see him.
His name is Freddie, after Freddy Krueger. So what had happened with Freddie is, unfortunately, there was a brush fire that had started, and they didn't notice him in time. And so once they did notice him, we got information to come and get him, which was the location, what animal it was. And whenever we came and got him, you could see his shell. It is deformed.
Oh my goodness.
And he's just a little guy. He's just your
Hi.
standard common box turtle. And he is absolutely darling. He's waving at you.
Oh my
see?
goodness. Look at him waving.
So the reason why he cannot be released is his shell is compromised due to the brush fire. We do have some turtles that we can rehab properly and get their shells fixed up. Unfortunately, he was not one of them. But this is our little
No.
mascot.
Can I hold him while we talk?
Yes, absolutely.
Come here, Freddie. Oh my goodness. Look at him. Okay, Freddie, you're just gonna hang out with me. So what is your favorite animals to rehab?
I would have to say rescuing possums and raccoons would be my top favorite. We have different rehabbers who have different specialties. So for example, Missy is in control of all of them. She will rehab whatever comes into her care. We have our fantastic raccoon rehabber, Judy. Phenomenal woman, very knowledgeable.
That's my dream job.
And then we also have quite a few people. We have Michelle that is in charge of squirrels. We have teams all over the Gulf Coast, from the center of Mississippi all the way down to the Gulf Coast. There's quite a few of us in different locations. And what we do is, some people are just the rescuers, where we go out and we take care and handle the injured wildlife or the wildlife that are in predicaments, such as they're stuck at a construction zone or in an unsafe area. We will go out there, we'll rescue them, we'll take them into our care, we'll put them in a carrier or a box to safely transport them to their permanent location. And it's a very rewarding job, very rewarding.
How can people reach out if they see an animal in need?
So we have our main Facebook page, which is Wild at Heart. There is a phone number on there that you can text, or you can message certain people directly, which you could tell who the rehabbers are by our comments, and sometimes even our profile pictures will have wildlife in there. A lot of the times, if somebody comments something on like a main post, like residents of Gulfport, Mississippi, or Long Beach, or Biloxi, usually our rehabbers will tag each other and say, hey, this is the person that you would want to reach out to, or you would text the Wildlife at Heart number.
Okay, which we can get that off the Facebook page.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and he's just hanging out. He's just living his best life over here in his interview. How Freddie? Mm-hmm. How old do you think he is?
I am not sure, to be honest. I would say probably at least 15, 20 years old.
I'm a little bit older than you, Freddie. How old do turtles live? Do we know? Is that a silly question?
They live a very long time. Some can live up to 35 to 65 years in the wild, and then in captivity, whenever you have human intervention, sometimes they could live longer, just due to the fact that they don't have like the natural predators that will attack them or deplete them.
And does he have any siblings that he hangs out with?
Yes,
Does he? Mm-hmm. So he likes hanging out with other people.
he does.
See, so this is the outcome of y'all going out, helping somebody and helping an animal, I guess, and allowing them to still live a long life even though they can't be out in the wild.
Yes, ma'am.
So tell me, how can people donate to the rescue?
So you can donate via our Facebook page or our website, and we also have a fantastic fundraiser coming up.
Tell me a little bit more about that.
Well, the fundraiser is going to be at St. Martin's Community Center. You can start pre-ordering the pushratas, which is a fantastic fried dessert. You can start pre-ordering them now up until the 15th of December. And your pre-orders you can go pick up at 8 a.m. and then at 10 a.m. the community center will open for absolutely anybody else who could not get the pre-orders in time, and we will be making them on site, fresh.
And that's on the 22nd
Yes, ma'am.
of December? Okay. Well, I think that a lot of people are going to want to do that. Now, is there any way that people can donate items, like if they have any old blankets or anything that y'all would need? Is there a list of things that y'all could need that people might have that they could donate?
Yes, ma'am. So if you actually go to our Facebook page, we have a pinned post up that will let you know, hey, what items do we need? Some items that we do need, for example, would be packages of puppy pads for transportation purposes, old towels. We could always use Q-tips because that helps us clean out wounds. We could always use blankets, donations of hay during the colder seasons, as it doesn't keep moisture, so we can actually warm our little critters up. We can also use old kennel crates or Tupperware containers like this. There's a long list that you could use, that we could use, that we would be absolutely happy to take.
Okay, and people can find that on the social media page?
Yes, ma'am.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for joining us today, and thank you to Freddie for coming, and I'm sure that he'll be waving in a second. He likes to wave, doesn't he? Look at him go. So, and thank you for joining in with us, and we hope that you stick around because we have one more segment that'll help you keep a little bit safer during the holiday season. Welcome back to Spotlight Gulf Coast. I'm your host, Samantha Bignell with Keesler Federal Credit Union, and I have one of my best friends here with me today, and also an employee of Keesler Federal Credit Union, Stephanie Moran.
Hi.
Hey, can you tell us your title? Because I know since we became friends 12 plus years ago, and both started at the credit union at our entry-level positions, you have gotten a few new job titles.
I have. So I'm currently the Director of Integrated Security and Resilience at Keesler Federal. So most of what I do is cybersecurity, keeping everyone out of our systems, keeping us safe. I also handle overseeing our physical security, so actually keeping people physically safe in our branches and our employees safe as well.
So I tell people sometimes when I'm explaining what you do, I say she keeps us safe physically and digitally.
Yeah.
That's just my way. I don't understand it completely. But,
Well, it's way easier to remember than the job title. So.
right?
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit more. I know that the holidays are always a scary time for people with, scams and fraud and things like that. Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Yeah, so the holidays are a really great time for scammers because we're all stretched really thin. I know as a mom, like we're constantly doing stuff for the school, stuff for, gifts, kids, family events, shopping. The list goes on and regenerates overnight. So they kind of take advantage of that because we're in a distracted state.
Yeah. I know whenever I'm ordering things online and I've got all these emails coming in with my receipts and my shipping and stuff, and I truly don't pay attention. I will order something in August and forget that I've ordered it and then realize, oh, I never got it. And that could just be me and my chaos. But I think a lot of people do that.
Yeah, they do. And if your phone goes off every 3 minutes like mine, it's really easy to just mindlessly click on something that comes in. One of the bigger things that we're seeing are the shipping phishing scams. So they'll come out and say, oh, you've got a package, but you need to click here and give us more payment information. And if you're not really paying attention with all of the shopping that you are doing, it's really easy to fall for that.
And I know that some people have also gotten some emails or text messages saying that they have either an insurance payment or a debit that they need to verify with their financial institution. And can you tell us a little bit more about not clicking those links?
Yeah, anytime that you get one of those in, it's best just to call and reach out to your financial institution directly. We would much rather you ignore contact from us than to click on something that was a bad actor. We're never going to reach out and ask for personal information or account information through a text or ask you to click on any links like that. So it's best, just rule of thumb, not to interact with those at all.
I'm very good at that. I just ignore them. I'm like, you're not going to get me. And sometimes those emails are valid and I'm like, I'm not touching it.
Yeah.
because it's not real. And you're like, yes, they are.
You kind of have the peer pressure of, you don't want to get, harassed at work for doing something. So you're probably a little more careful than most.
I am, because my best friend does all that, and I cannot be seen as the one who broke the rules. I'm super careful.
For sure.
Yeah, because although that's your side, and I will go to IT and hang out there, but it is way above my just mindset of how all those things work. But I think that evens us out, because you always come to my things with me. I mean, we're out in the community a lot, we go to attend events a lot, and you've also taken kind of the initiative to grow one of the projects that I love near and dear to my heart. So can you tell me a little bit more about the Fill the Flex?
Absolutely. So Fill the Flex was something that I started around Thanksgiving last year as a result of the Hurricane Helene situation in North Carolina. And once I got done with that, I kind of really got into continuing to do it. Basically, I'll pick a cause, put it out there in the community, and let the community bring items to fill my Ford Flex. And once it's filled up, we go and deliver those items. This is our second year working with CASA of Southeast Mississippi to collect items specifically for teenagers that have CASA advocates. I have teenagers at home, so they're really close to my heart, and a lot of times all the toy drives and stuff like that are for younger kids. So it was just really important to me to do something for the older kids. We've got a list out on social media on Fill the Flex, if you go visit us on Facebook, of things that the teens need in particular. I've got my number included there if you want to arrange pickup. You can also donate those teenager related items at the CASA toy drop boxes that are at any Keesler Federal location. And then kind of as a last push towards the end of the season on December 7th, we're going to set up a drop-off location at St. Martin Girls Softball Fields off of Kippy Cutoff Road from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m.
And are we going to make a Facebook event for this so we can push it out for that drop-off?
Yes. So if you'll keep up with the Fill the Flex website or the Facebook page, we'll get an event posted on there and get some more information out about some of the things that'll be going on that day.
And I know we're going to be sharing the flyer during this so people can see all that. And I'll also be posting it. And I know that you have a lot, but we have, I think, over 20 teenagers for the CASA of Southeast Mississippi. And I know last year we collected items, and it's buying items for children is a lot easier than buying items for teens, because once they hit a certain age, their personalities just are all different. They become mini adults, as we know, and my personality and your personality are completely different.
Right.
We're two different people. So what I might want and what you might want is wildly different. Whereas children kind of aren't the same, if that makes sense.
Right.
Buying a toy for a child, they're gonna be able to play with it a lot of times. Even if they have different interests, it's still, children are innocent and they can just play. A bike's a bike, right? So it's really important to kind of read our list, check in to see what teens actually want, because not everybody has a teen.
Right.
And it's a wild time to have a teen.
It's definitely a wild time to have a teen. And I will say that some of the biggest items that the kids wanted that didn't necessarily come in through other methods were comfort items in the larger sizes. Once you're a teenager, you're wearing those adult sizes more, and so it's a little harder to come across some of the pajamas and some of the other comfort items in the normal donation cycle. So that in particular, I would say, is really important to include. If you've got questions about maybe what you should buy, definitely reference the list, or grab a teenager that's near you and let them go shopping, because I can guarantee you that they will be judgy enough to find you something that will be liked.
Absolutely. And I know that my daughter, she's my size.
Yeah.
Exactly my size. But when I tell you, she sent me a link to a sweatshirt and she's like, I want this in an extra large. I'm like, what? She's like, yes. Because they want it to be comfortable. They want it to be oversized, and they want it to fit. So all sizes are welcome, from small all the way to XXX large, anything fuzzy. Socks.
Yep. Slippers were a big one that a couple of people had on their list last year. Things like that.
White high socks.
Oh, white high socks, preferably with some kind of logo on them. Like all of the kids, like if you don't have a cute little logo on your socks, they're all freaking out.
I have a fever dream of folding my white high socks down to fit ankle socks into my shoes. And when we were younger, and now it's all the rage to have them high.
Right. It's mind-boggling, because I still am stuck with making the sock go as far down the shoe as possible. I don't know what these kids are on.
They love them.
Yeah.
At least their ankles are warm.
Yeah. Well, true. True.
So, and just to circle back, we did just meet Freddie, our turtle, and just to give everybody in the world, I wanted to talk about this before, but I didn't want to go off the rails. You are my favorite raccoon rehabber, and I know you're taking kind of a break, but thank you for that, bringing raccoons into my life, at least virtually, so I can see them.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And I love it. And thank you for partnering with me in everything that we do and being the smart side of this partnership.
Oh, I wouldn't give me too much credit, but thanks for dragging me along for tons of adventures.
And thank you for coming on the show again.
Thank you.
And thank you for joining in with us this weekend. And we just wanted to thank our sponsors again for allowing us to bring all of this amazing stuff into your room every weekend. You have a good day.